crash. A mega tribute for an American hero, the family of Congressman John Lewis, releasing plans to celebrate his life. The events will take place in 5 cities, including Atlanta, over 6 days, beginning tomorrow. Nick Sturdivant is live in downtown Atlanta at the Lewis Hero Mural with details on the ceremony's tributes for this civil rights giant.
Good morning, Sheba. And the celebration of life ceremonies are set to begin tomorrow in Troy, Alabama. The theme of the day is The Boy from Troy. And on Sunday morning in Selma, the public is invited to watch Lewis's casket cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge. His body will lie in the state at the Capitol in Montgomery later that day. Then it's Washington, D.C. on Monday and Tuesday. Lewis will lie in the state at the U.S. Capitol. Congressman Lewis will then be honored here in Atlanta on Wednesday and Thursday. He will lie in the state at the Georgia Capitol, which is open to the public. His funeral service, a celebration of his life, is set for Thursday morning at 11 at Ebenezer Baptist Church. His funeral is not open to the public. It is a private ceremony. And for more information on what will happen the next 6 days, you can head over to our website, 11alive.com.
And if you missed our 1-hour special remembering John Lewis, you can still watch it. We've posted the full tribute to his life on our 11 Alive YouTube page, or you can watch an encore presentation Sunday morning at 10 right here on 11 Alive.